What's going on, folks? Can you guys hear me all right? Let me know in the chat. I didn't do any I didn't do any audio checks again. Kind of spur of the moment kind of thing. If you guys tuned into yesterday's stream, I was actually able to finish. Let me turn this down a little bit. I'm gonna wait to get going on today's stream, today's talk. But if you did tune into last night's stream, I was able to fix my job on TX Marine's The Joker. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Got a lot of stuff going on in my head right now. Beto, hit the like button as you come in. Yeah, that's right. And on the seventh day, the Lord said. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to get going just a little bit. There's some stuff going on in our community that I just can't tolerate anymore, and I'd like to speak on it just so we can move forward together. We got DEF CON next month, man. You know, we don't need to be worrying about anything in our space unrelated. And I know that's hard to say right now. You know, I know we're all human and we all have emotion, but I've been kind of tired of not saying something, and you know what? Why not? I feel like this is going to be positive. Yeah. As we wait for more to join, I got some units finished. We are rolling on the hey, what's up, hitter? I appreciate that. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, man, I finished TX Marines The Joker. It came out sick. I ended up having to use a V1. There's nothing wrong with this V2. It looks better. Look at that. You can see the ferret and the GPS in your charging module. It does look sick when it's powered on, but every unit is shipped wiped. Flashing is on the user. Like I said. Yeah, that is true, hitter. Very true. But yeah, I'll give it a few more minutes and then we'll get going. I got some news on both sides of the pond. What's wild is I told both sides of one of the arguments in our community. I told both sides yesterday, I'm tired of this, and I wanted to say something, I wanted to do something so that we can stop, so that we can refocus. And they both were tired of the situation themselves also, and they both told me in sort of ways, good luck. I'm going out on a limb. You're on the right path. I appreciate your update. Yeah, man. Because, dude, I got homies on both sides. Now, I'm not when I say this. Oh, cameras are here. When I say this, I got homies on both servers, and when I'm saying that, I'm not talking about a specific one. So don't get alarmed. Don't be like, oh, he's hacking. No. I'm saying I am in the middle of two sides, and I'm tired of it. I haven't done anything. Of course, I speak to people, but I haven't posted anything. I'm just tired of talking about it every day. I'm tired of the updates every week. Oh, look at this. I'm like, bro, nobody. I talked to both sides yesterday. They don't care. They don't care about each other. They don't care about what's going on. I'm tired of it, and we're going to talk about it today. You know, back in the day, you used to be able to have an indifference with someone, and you used to be able to tell them about your indifference with them, and you used to be able to tell them, I'm okay spending the rest of my life not talking to you, and that was cool. That was it. It wasn't this I'm gonna use the internet. No, man. We heard everything. We heard both sides, and we're ready to move forward. So I'm gonna wait just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna speak on this. And I don't want to talk about this ever again because, bro, I got stuff I gotta do. Like, this is for you guys, and things are happening that can affect this for you guys, and it's stuff that has nothing to do with our space. So we're gonna talk about it. Learning cybersecurity is not important. Learning cybersecurity is not important. It's better for you to become a digital hacker criminal, and make a lot of money later. Okay, well, that's one point of view. Yep, playground days, do what you gotta do. Everybody. Yep. We're supposed to be helping one another. Yes, we are. I mean, I'm gonna talk about that too, because I know open source right now is a touchy subject, but we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff today. I'm not going to go into details, but we're gonna walk a straight line. We're gonna hear a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then we need to make a decision. Can we move forward? Can we get back to how the beginning of this year was? That surge of excitement. We need to get back to that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put you guys back on the stream starting soon, even though I already said a little bit, but I'm gonna just use the restroom, take a little break before I get on my soapbox. But yeah, I'm gonna put it back on the stream starting soon, but don't worry, I am still here. Appreciate you guys joining.
Exactly where we're meant to be.
All right, I'm back. No memento. Let me turn this down. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Oh man, dropped a ferret. It's all right. It's a bare bones. All right, let me get my notes out. Jesus, Lord, please watch over us. Okay, what do we need? Let me close my bathroom. Okay, so let's talk about Dougie Tech and Hellhound, and let's talk about the drama that you may have seen or heard being that Hellhound went from open source to private, being that a lot of changes in the Hellhound server have been made, being that you probably have seen a bunch of reels about Valley Tech, being that you probably have seen videos of Hellhound and Valley Tech, and we need to talk about it because it's getting pretty lengthy. We've been doing this for a while. There's only been one side that's been talking. Well, technically there's two sides. Both sides have been talking, but only one person on one side has been talking, and then they stopped, and then the other side kept going. But we're all human. You guys feel your own way. I'm just talking about someone that is in the middle that's tired of it. So, Dougie Tech and Hellhound. Dougie from Dougie Tech was with Hellhound from the starting days, and I'm gonna try to say this as straight of a line as possible. When I first met Jesse, I was a little late to the game in getting my CYD built out, but I remember going to the Hellhound server when it was public, and I remember going through the build walkthrough guide videos. I remember going through the reference materials back then, and the person teaching those walkthrough guides, tutorials, and putting that stuff together was Dougie. Now, I'm gonna have to go back and forth a little bit so you guys can understand where we're going with this. Now, along the way of the Hellhound project, I had to figure out what was Dougie's stuff, his walkthrough guide, and what was actually Jesse's stuff. Now, mind you, back then they talked amongst each other as friends do, and Dougie supported Hellhound in the server and supported the server in that way. Now, not too long ago, there was a split. There was a split because there was some members in the Hound server that had some indifferences. It kept rolling on and on and on, but people ended up either leaving or arguing or getting banned. And at the very end of it, Dougie ended up being one of those people. Now, I'm not saying this to put on a show for you guys. I'm not saying this to gossip. I'm just telling you so we understand what happened and how we can move forward. Another person that was banned and then re-entered and then banned from the server, I talked to him too before all this happened. I talked to everyone before this happened, and then the morning it happened, I was like, what is going on? So we walk away from that situation. Dougie and Hellhound split, and that's fine. It's okay. That's okay. So now they split, and the gap between them starts to get, even though they're not talking to each other, they split, and the gap between them starts to get wider. On one side, obviously with Jesse and Hellhound, we have the BWM. We have the Valley. We have things happening with that side that you guys are also aware of. So the division starts to get bigger because people on the inside, when the split happens, start to make it bigger, even though the two people on polar opposites are not speaking to each other. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I mean, okay. In our community, if you're in a server, it is those mods or the head of that server's decision to keep or to vet whoever they want to. So I'm sorry to hear that, Hitter. Now, when the split happened and that gap started to go, continue on, there were other things that started to happen, like people taking projects and making their additions to it. And we're going to talk about AI a little bit too, guys. But people taking projects, making their additions to it, and then the owners of those projects not liking it. And then, there's some indifferences, and then they change their projects to private source. Now, why would someone not like that? Well, if a project is open source and then you start to work on that project and then the developer switches it to private, you can no longer, I guess, adapt your project to that framework, unless you have the bin for whatever version of that firmware they had before they went private. So I understand how that can make some people mad, but you also have to understand the other side. If someone made something and they see something that they don't want happening to their project, something they invested their time in, they have that choice to make it private. And you can be like, oh man, this and that, but dude, the same way you guys are like, I needed that to finish this, or you can't do it because that's not open source. Whoa, dude, they made it. Now, talking about AI, there have been some things said about Hellhound that aren't true, and I get that some of you on the other side may be like, no, well, I know this, I fact checked this. Well, so did we. Obviously, I mean, we're on the side of Jesse. We also had someone investigate those findings of Hellhound being AI generated, and I mean, both sides are going to say, no, I found this, I found that. Look, from Jesse, from day one, he admitted that Hellhound was forked. Now, I'm going to say this, the amount of line of code between the two, not the same. And that could, you can be like, well, he built upon it, or he added this, or he had... No, bro, he built that. And when I'm saying this, like, credible wise, somewhat, even though they're on polar opposites, Dougie still recognizes the amazing things and the capability that Jesse has as a developer and as a creator. Now, I'm not putting words in his mouth. I am paraphrasing a little bit, but there is that recognition from this side to that side. So 98% of Hellhound is original code. Okay? And you can disagree with me or not. I got it from the man himself. Okay? Before the fork even happened, he helped fix bugs for that repo that he forked Hellhound from. And it's 98.34%. And that's as of the first week of June. There's more to it. 1.66% of the overlap, and overlap boilerplate is 1.02%. So I know you guys can say, well, I know this about the Hellhound firmware and I know that. Okay, man, I'm telling you guys what I know is factual, and we can disagree. All right, so moving forward, Hellhound uses AI. Okay, he is a highly capable developer. A lot of developers, especially the people that are talking about Hellhound. I'm not trying to piss you guys off. I use AI. I don't even code yet. But I use AI if I don't understand something. I use it to structure how I learn. I do all this by myself, right here. Okay? I know people that use it as a tool because it assists them to go faster. Okay? Byte Shield. If AI was in Byte Shield, I would not, and I was using it, I would not judge it. I would not judge Dougie because he used AI. I would try to see it for what it was, and if he used it, cool. If you don't want to use it because it's AI, it has AI in it, then don't. But it's not like it's not a jabbing point because he can do it without it. He is a one-man shop. Hellhound, before everyone else got into the mix, Jesse was a one-man shop. Now, when the split happened, and I was approaching this project, some of you might be just as confused as me. Some of you might be like, well, on this video, my DIY kit doesn't look like what I bought on Amazon after watching this video. That's probably because if you're using Dougie's parts or his case, it's going to be a little different. So you have to watch Dougie's video. A lot of the Hellhound videos that first came out, they were just they were using Hellhound firmware, but you know Dougie has his own shop too. Okay, so that's where the confusion is. So now they split. So if you and Dougie doesn't want anything to do with Hellhound, but they split. So if you have questions, either go to hellhound.com or go to the server. Don't ask Dougie, bro. All right, and definitely don't ask Jesse about the bite shield or anything to do with Dougie Tech. They split. It's a done deal. All right, so little bit of backstory. We talked about AI. If you guys want to talk about that in chat, go for it. Sorry, we should not be talking about this. Anyways, also on Hellhound side, as of first of week of June, the comparison was 35,000 lines to 4,090. Huge difference for it being the same thing as what it was forked from, or well, it was thrown in. Hey, I know it wasn't, dude. Everyone uses it as a tool, and I know for a fact on the other side, like you guys are okay with it. I know that like, that's not a problem. So I don't understand why we're talking about it. We're at a point where like I understand in the community if a developer or project is using AI, we're like, oh man, they don't know what they're doing. But if you know what you're doing and you're using AI, that makes it like what? Like you're still not going to hold that developer credible? I don't think so. Now, going back to when I talked to both sides yesterday, I'm tired of what's been happening in the community. Like, I know you guys may have seen some things about the Valley, but what you guys probably don't know is he has been getting harassed, not only through the things that you guys have seen, but in real life too. Okay, just like Dougie was also being harassed, being talked about when he didn't want to, so is Cal. For the longest time, he's been getting things sent to his house that he never ordered. Emails, subscriptions, nasty stuff, bro. He's pissed. He has made some decisions or said some things about people that might make you mad or make you feel a certain type of way, and I can't speak on that. I can't speak on an individual's decisions on what they say or what they do. But I can tell you he's not doing it for no reason. And it's unfortunate that if you look at it, for me as a content creator, I have a regular life. And Cal does this for a living. Like I think one time I saw 10 video updates from the Valley. And I'm just taking care of regular life. I mean he enjoys it. Now, he may say something that will piss you off. Like when this all started, it was in the defense of his friends. I understand that on the other side, it's like, hey man, we made something that adds on to this project. That's cool, man. I'm not entirely sure on why those developers chose not to work with you or chose to say, hey man, this is where we part ways. Like I listened to you, but that's not what I don't know what happened. I don't know why you guys keep arguing and you guys keep going back and forth with each other. But a lot of us are tired of it. I'm not saying you guys can't say what you need to say. Go ahead. You know, we're in America, freedom of speech, or most of us that this argument is happening are in America. Now, when I talked to Dougie yesterday, because I wanted to make a video and I wanted it to be as correct as possible. When I spoke to Dougie yesterday, he told me, and this is almost verbatim, I do not care. I just want to print plastic stuff and build stuff for people. I want to talk and build stuff for people, okay? So that's his mindset. I know everyone in between is like, well, I know this, well, I know that, and I know this about the story. All right, cool, we all do, dude. But they are on opposite sides, and the only ones talking about this is everyone in between. Jesse and Dougie don't talk, but this stuff is still a thing. And I know, like, some of the other side have their grievances or their they need their vengeance. They need to get their get back. But dude, okay, like you're now making content in our space, just trying to bash someone, just trying to spread rumors. Okay, I understand. Oh, he did me wrong, or I feel wronged. I get it. But yo, Lord, I can't apologize. I can't apologize for the person, just like you're not gonna apologize for what you were doing. But dude, we hear you. We have heard you. Our side is crazy right now because of everything happening. But we haven't said anything to you aside from Valley. Like, none of us care. None of us want to be a part of it. And I'm sorry that the projects are closed, but the heads of those projects made their decision, and they have that right. Just like you have the right to be mad, but dude, you do not have to lash out. You can still finish your project some way, somehow. You have that bin version. Okay, use it. Finish your project. You don't need Hound or Nyan or I'm sorry to say names. I'm sorry to say names, but you don't need them, and we don't need this in our community. Some other things that I want to touch on. In a live, some things were said about Dougie that he didn't appreciate. And I know everyone in the middle, again, you're going to know something about this story, but we're not going to talk about that. Every man has the right to be left alone. I definitely am saying that for Jesse. Okay? And I'm saying that for Dougie. They feel the same way. Now, us in the middle, I will speak on some truths. Dougie Tech used to sell, or he might still give it to you, but the dog bone. The dog bone is a jab at Hellhound. Hellhound recently had something on their website that was pointed at D-Tech. Their indirect messages. That is how they have been communicating, but Dougie has said, I'm done. I'm tired of this. On Hellhound's side, the response is, I'm done, but I will definitely follow the legal system. So, what does that have to do with IPs? What does that have to do with exploits? What does that have to do with innovation? What does that have to do with meeting up at the biggest party next month in our community? What does that have to do with making a server? What does that have to do with helping the community? What does that have to do with sharing something to the community and being okay sharing that to the community? What does that have to do with delivering pizzas to someone's house who didn't order it and then making that company expect that person or their household to pay for it? What does that have to do with someone's personal decisions or where they stand outside of our community? What does that have to do with wanting to be better, to wanting to create? What does all of that have to do with any of this? Nothing. That answer is nothing. Let me get it back to the chats. Aquino, get Hellhound. We relied on the CYD with the RF hat in order to get Hellhound firmware. I can't speak on why there's no progression on the hat, I'm guessing. Yesterday he announced that RF will not be supported in it. Okay, so there's a reason for that. The project and the firmware with the add-ons and adaptations that it is going. There is one version of it that will not have sub, but it will have a very powerful NRF side. To answer your question about parts and how to get there, I'm not sure, man. I just enjoy building for you guys, and I enjoy the innovation that some key players in our community have on this project. So I don't want to get off track. Spoke about a little bit of how the split happened, how it affected both sides. We talked about the people, us that know the story, who are left in the middle. I told you a little about what this side said, about what that side is standing by. Talked a little bit about, look, I know he doesn't say the right things at the right time sometimes. He just feels attacked, and I know you guys feel attacked too, but can't really speak on how Cal is going to navigate this. I haven't watched the video yet, but I've heard things from other members in the BWM, and it sucks, man. I know it looks like unraveling, but this has been going on for so long, and because he's facing that every single day, and I know you guys are on the other side are facing stuff too. You feel wronged by Cal. I cannot do anything about that. I guess all I can do, or all I can ask is, I'm pretty sure you're gonna see a change in the BWM side, on the Valley Tech side, on the Hellhound side. I'm making this because I can't speak to the other side directly, aside from Dougie. But for every one of us in between Dougie Tech and Hellhound, or everyone going after Valley Tech, all of us in the middle, we can choose to... It's okay if you're friends with Dougie or people with Dougie. It's okay if you're friends with Valley or people that are friends with the Valley. What I am asking is, dude, we came here together because we found a commonality in something amazing. Our community touches so many other communities, okay? In what is our society, in what is the progression of humanity. No, I mean, let's not get too deep. But we have a huge role on how everything else goes. And we do not need to spend time arguing with one another. We don't need to spend the same data that you guys are collecting for your get back. And I know he has demonstrated that too, but dude, you guys could be working on your projects. You guys could work on letting go. So can a lot of people, but dude, like, we don't need to be here anymore. And how long is this? 37 minutes. 37 minutes. I don't know. I would have had maybe a switch almost done in one of these builds on the side just for you guys who just want to build Hellhounds. But I got to talk about this because it could affect me. It is affecting my friends. on the other side, I know it's affecting you guys too. It's affecting your friends. So, what do you say? Everyone in the middle? I feel like you guys are okay not caring anymore and just moving forward, getting ready for Vegas or getting ready for your project or putting your differences aside and going and reaching out and asking for help to talk about your project. I know you guys are ready. The people on both sides, Jesse doesn't care, bro. He doesn't care. Dougie doesn't care. The other people on both sides, if you guys are still arguing, I'm sorry, man. I hope you guys can find common ground. But, dude, this is affecting us entirely. So, please, I will agree to disagree, and I will agree to respect where you guys stand. Please don't say anything about me. Please don't tell me what I ought to do. Please don't tell me if you have a project, cool. Like, if people like your project, that's cool. If people don't like your project, that's going to happen. But you can't force that upon anyone. This has been going on long enough. You are heard. Damage is done. We're ready to move forward. In the description, it says, I am one man and you are many. I have a feeling if you watch this and someone comes to you with, hey, did you hear about Dougie Tech? Hey, did you hear about Hellhound? Hey, did you hear about the BWM? Did you hear about anyone else? Hellhound, the Valley? Yo, like, you just choose to not hear it. Just choose to get back on track. Nah, man. I'm studying for my CMIT course. I'm trying to build this project. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about are facts. I'm worried about the code. I'm worried about this demo. I'm worried about understanding. I'm worried about learning. I'm worried about growing. That's what it's all about. If you guys are worried about going back and forth with each other, that's cool. But you create ripples. You create it. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but it tarnishes. It tarnishes the water. So that's enough for me. 40 minutes. Let's see, 10 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, I got you. I will try to answer any of your questions while still walking the straight line. But that's all I'm going to say about it. I got work to do. I know you guys are excited about this coming to your door. Don't worry about all that extra stuff. Everybody uses AI. The person who created this project for you is a highly capable person. If he did, it's because he's a one-man shop. That code is his code. Before he forked it, he helped the other guy's code. He fixed those bugs. That's a true story. It does affect us all. Just finished my Hellhound. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, KP. Thank you guys for tuning in. That is it for my soapbox. Dude, the jazz music is fitting, right? That's pretty, Zeek said what he said. I'm just kidding. Like, in all seriousness, my heart is torn. I know my friend Cal is feeling it. He's trying to navigate his storm. I know I have friends in the TPP that are pissed. Still my boys. I have left Discord for like 6 weeks. I'm not even posting on YouTube because I'm tired of this. Everyone on Dougie's side, look, man, I can't apologize. I didn't do it. You guys are hurt. I know you guys were hurt. Some way, somehow, I know you guys were hurt. I know you guys did what you felt was right, and so did he. Let's just move forward. I am building my own Hellhound. Nice, man. We should just be supported. What's up, Rex? We should just be supporting each other and the cool projects we all work on. The community infighting and finger pointing need to stop. What do you guys think? I think that's 100% correct. I don't talk to my friends because of this, bro. I used to talk to, bro, we don't even do podcasts anymore, the BWM, because of this. I don't talk to my friends anymore. We got to be careful. Got tiptoeing all the time. It's not even fun. I'm mainly in Ghost Discord. I don't know what's been going on. All love on this. Yep. All love this way for sure. Amen. That sums it up. The whole situation is dumb. Thank you. Thank you for not making me feel alone. If you are watching this from both sides, if you are the mole, okay? If you are the head controlling the mole, if you're just pissed off, you're just pissed off and you have to do this. You have to get your get back. Dude, brother, let it go. Please. I want to see what Midwest has to drop at DEF CON. I want to see what Rabbit Labs has to drop. I want to meet Equip for the first time. I don't want to meet Equip pissed off. He's an amazing person. Go watch his stand up or his talk from DEF CON 33. Bro, I have not been able to talk to the homies like naturally, comfortably because of this BS. It's a bunch of BS all the way around. We are talking about nothing, bro. We're talking about emotions. I'm sorry. I don't mean to belittle you. I don't mean to make anyone feel any type of way. Truthfully, homie, as your homie, as someone who knows it, dude, Ghost Tech, I'm sorry. I was trying not to say your name. I'm so sorry, man. When I first met Cal was like, bro, my homie, Ghost Tech, da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, I didn't really, like, converse with him. But here we are. That's like at the beginning. Like, bro, we're not even at the end of the year. We're doing this. My bad, dude. Cal. I know you're just trying to make sense of all this, man, and you were doing what you thought was right. But it's tough, man. How to make Flipper Zero at home different. How to make Flipper Zero at home different. All right, I think I need to get off. I don't know what you, Vans. Okay, Patel. I don't know what you want me to say to that. But I'm done, y'all. I'm done. Please, if this comes to your page, if this comes to your For You page, if you hear about this in a forum, if you're on Reddit, if you're the mole in someone else's server, back up, bro. If you are, if you're in Reddit, bro, seriously, sometimes Reddit's cool, but let's be honest. You Google, you find something in Reddit, and you're like, I'm gonna back up. Dude, none of this is true. Also, a lot of the things being said, dude, they're like half-truths. Matt, like, just ask when you're watching it, like, why is this person saying that? Look, I'm not trying to say anything on either side, but dude, everyone has their side of the story. So if that doesn't sound right to you, go back to what sounds right. And that's why we're all here. All I'm gonna say. 46. Yep, 4 more minutes. Or 3 minutes. 3 more minutes. Different between Hellhound and Flipper. Oh, got you. How to make Flipper at home. How to make Flipper Zero at home different. Oh, there you go. Okay, I am building my own Hellhound. Okay, so you are building your own Hellhound. Are you trying to do it on your own? And I don't know how Webflash is going to work, but are you trying to build your own, or are you asking what are the differences between the Hellhound and Flipper Zero? They're different tools. Even though you do have some sub capabilities and RFID capabilities with the Hellhound, depending on how you fit that into your frame. They have some similarities, like wireless auditing. Definitely can do a lot more educational things on its own than the Flipper Zero without having to add on board. I am seeing your video. This is a fancy live. What's up, Valley? Dude, did you just get in here? I'm actually about to end it if you just got in here. I hope you appreciate what was said. I'm just tired of it. There we go. That is all the man needed. Just needed his true audience, his true people that care about him, not people just spying on his life, collecting information, trying to get back, bro. That's not what we're here for. I'm here drinking a smoothie. That's cool. Well, I am about to end it. We got one more minute. I do not ever want to get on here and talk about something like this again. We're already dealing with, the community mad at Flipper, but then the new Flipper's coming out, so now we're like, well, I said what I said, but I might still buy this. We're not. We deal with that stuff. We don't need to be fighting with each other. All right, I got 20 seconds. That is all, folks. I do not know if I'm gonna get on and stream the last 2 orders that I have for this week. I think I might just take some me time and do those in peace, watch some Netflix. But happy Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. For those of you that have to go to work, I apologize. I will be here. Maybe I can stream, build some orders for you guys while you're at work. Give you some entertainment. Yeah, man. I will see you guys on the next one. Please take care of each other. Love one another. We don't need to police each other, but it's okay to be like, brother, do you need to say that right now? Do you need to post that right now? That's not a shot at you, Cal. I'm just saying, wouldn't you rather post something fruitful versus like, I showed him. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, man. I'm not trying to disrespect you. This isn't a shot at you, Cal. I'm just speaking out loud, bro. Let's get back to posting content. Let's get back to talking about things that matter. Supporting one another, encouraging one another, uplifting one another. We can let the politicians go at it. Not us. Appreciate you, Frame. I'll see you on the next one.